Those two are still there. Or perhaps they are there again. Maybe you can ask him about this shit.
A row of ghostly shades facing a crumbling wall, with another 7 shades standing 10 meters from them.
Kim, who was who in
A
this
single-
execution?
I don't know. I don't know who died here, lined up beside that horrible wall. It could have been any of the parties involved in the revolution. Perhaps the ones executed here were the loyalist conservatives, killed by the communists at the start of the Civil War. Or it could have been the communists, put to death during the last stretch of the conflict by the coalition forces.
Remember what Trent Heidelstein said about Veld?
What if the fat personal when... Sorry, what if it was the fat personal when their assets were being seized by the revolutionaries?
Another likely scenario.
Or maybe...
You mentioned coalition forces. Could it have been them against the wall?
Yeah, it's very unlikely the coalition forces were the ones who died here. They were always the last ones against the wall. To be honest, if a coalition member was anyone in this situation, it was a commandant, the superior giving the orders.
A cold sea wind blows behind this building, the other one, once filled with engineers and designers of Feld Electric.
Ooh, let's go back there then.
There's no way the perp is in here, officer. Look how scarred the boards are. All attempts to pry them off have failed.
Can I try to get in though?
Not this time. The opposition is insurmountable, but I like the spirit. Have some points. It's lonely and cold without points.
Kim, you think she's in there?
The suspect? God, I hope not. I can't see a way in, though many have tried.
What a place. Oh, these dickheads are still here. It's almost impossible to get a fire going this near to the ocean.
You see, a slogan used to enter above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken windows set in walls that are cracking and will soon also fall, and the coastal breeze rustling and sighing in the remains of the edifice. Feld Electrical. How ironic. All these dark rooms. Feld Electrical, you only know them as a small company that makes ink cartridges. Looks like they used to be big. There's something in the wind. Sometimes the only way to go forward is to fail first.
Why do I feel like I know this place?
Indeed, somehow you knew it was here. An urban ruin gutted by looters that once used to consume money and dispense warmth and light. You felt it before when it rained in Martinez, and you felt the cold of the rain. The feeling persists. It has been in you ever since.
Could Ruby be in there?
In there? She could. Or she could be in the identical room over there, or in that boat shack, in that church tower maybe.
Why single out this one building? Even though you're sure you succeeded, all is quiet. There is no cold hand brushing against your forehead, no rustle in the reeds. The wind has died down. The ruin in front of you is silent as a tomb.
What was I even attempting to do here?
Trying to talk to the wind, the city, whatever you thought would happen did not. And now you're just standing there in the pale of the morning with your hands fallen to your side. Is trying to talk to the city something you've done before? Is it in your secret repertoire? A trick for when you're out of ideas?
Could be anywhere. How do we find her?
How do we? I was really hoping she'd be in the village. Okay. She's probably north of the village, and this place is a peninsula. We've already talked to the cryptozoologists. Working with them might give us a good excuse to run around, give us some structure. And then there's the church. We've already searched that and can rule it out. I know it doesn't feel like progress, but exclusion is a step too. Anyway, we do it the old-fashioned way, sector by sector. Go over the whole peninsula, ask the locals, enter the places where we can enter first, like we did in the village.
And if that fails, if you don't find her?
Then, if we're desperate, we can look where we can't enter. Bunkers, storm drainage, this place. I'm sure it won't come to that.
Walk the coast, the old boardwalk, the reeds. You can always come back here and talk to the wind again. Look where it already got you. An adventure awaits. An adventure on the windswept urban coast. A breeze, like a quiet sigh, go to the children. The big sea. The big sea. That can only mean one thing. Communism.
Yes, Comrade Zafir, I shall find them. Girl child revolution, girl child communism. The fuck are we saying?
Boy child freedom. Boy child justice. The wind rushes away, leaving you where you were, on the rotting boards of the felled building.
Officer, are you okay? It looked like we lost you for a second.
I think I need to talk to some kids in the village.
When you're ready.
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years.
Lieutenant, can you make out what's inside?
No. I won't even try. You know, I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things. It's that bad.
Can you still shoot though?
Well enough, actually. It's odd how that works. I'm no sharpshooter, but I passed my shooting courses 7 out of 10.
That's good to know. Wait, what's that? There's a slit in the concrete here. A sewer. We were trying to look for Ruby here. She's definitely around somewhere. Have you ever been here? Oh yeah, this is where we found the corpse. Stop messing with the corn viewer and hold on to something. The wind is strong. Yeah, we saw what happened to that guy.
There's some tear. An empty...
It's a long way down to your dad from here. 20 meters at least. That's actually a lot, yeah. I was just thinking back at the drops I used to do with my mountain bike. I never did like really big drops. I was not good / brave enough for that, but I think even the very big boys didn't do like crazy big jumps. Also, you know what's weird? We're not learning about the Pale. How come we're not learning about the Pale? Last time I played, I learned about the Pale. Immediately.
What is it?
Good morning, comrade! Yeah! Harder car!
You said you were worried. What do you think is wrong with the music?
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore. Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, take this Arno van Eyck jam I've been pumping for the last months, and will continue pumping for the rest of 51. Isn't something holding it back from being hyper? It's like it's only ultra.
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
If anything, it sounds a bit proto, like it's not fully formed yet. You might be a moribund alcoholic and a failed cop, but you are pretty certain a thing cannot be both proto and hardcore.
Could we say that?
Wow! Culture cop! I think you might be right. But how could it become hardcore then? I know it in my heart, but cannot think it in my head. If this is not hardcore, how could anything be?
Try to think if anything could make it harder core.
What? Guys, there's something happening in his head.
Think even harder.
Oh yeah! He's doing it!
But you're not. This is almost certainly a matter that surpasses the limits of reason.
Man, my imagination fails me.
I know! So does mine!
But there's something else that hasn't failed you.
Oh no. I can't help you with this right now. I need something else, something extra.
Yeah! Kill all the rich people!
I love you, Egghead. We turned him into a communist, but he doesn't really fully grasp the ideology. It's funny. Okay, let's physical instrument this up a bit. Again, I wish there was a way to sort your stuff out based on stats. That's all the physical instrument we're getting.
Good morning, comrade! Yeah! Harder car!
Yes!
You know it in your lungs where the pressure should vibrate, in your heart that's alone, and in your solar plexus where the hits should land. So does every chordate animal.
Needs more bass.
What?
And the melody. A good melody is what makes the song really stick, so that you can't get it out of your head anymore.
Wow, okay. We should start with the melody. But where would we get that stuff from?
I don't know, I was thinking you would know.
I'm sorry, I don't know anything about anodic music. I'm just the party boy. I get the people going and say it's hardcore.
Alright, I'll see if I come up with something on my own. A citizen investigation.
The young man falls silent with appreciation. He even tries to contain his smile, as if it could hinder your investigation.
Isn't Egghead just the best?
Basically, what you need to find here is a tape with some banging music on it, so that Egghead could use it to remix Van Eyck's jam.
Yeah, maybe that street talker across the pawn shop has got some tapes to sell. That's just an idea.
There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gislain, right next to the canal. A reel of magnetic tape is caught in its branches, like bronze ribbons blowing in the wind.
Rue de Saint-Gislain, I've been there.
Oh, I know! I know this! I can tell you where it is!
St. G is the boulevard before the canal bridge. The one that takes you to the whirling in rags and the industrial harbour. It's got the lanterns and the...
I knew that! I could have said that!
and the mosaic sidewalk.
But it's all blocked with that stupid traffic jam right now. Anyway,
It feels cold.
Does it?
Anyway, that's all yours to figure out, Copman.
Cupman!
Yeah, I have a tape with me. Maybe you can use it to improve when I jam.
Tape! Yeah!
I got you this
It's the
banging
tape
mega
to the
mix.
Space escape! Yeah! Alright! No! No, no! This is gonna make people scared! Keep it positive! Keep the love in the house!
Okay, never mind.
Communism forever!
He's so nice.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
goodbye, officer.
Oh, I don't know if we can get more out of this. We can a bit for sure. Oh, that's minus. Dang it. I don't like minus stats. I don't like them at all. I like plus stats. Those are the things I like. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, that's minus again. Dang it.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
Very low. Why is it very low?
You close your eyes,
But just a
puts a grin on your face just to think of
goodbye, officer.
Oh man. You know, I want to talk to Joyce. I hate her, but she's been very knowledgeable. Maybe she triggers the whole realization about the pail for us. That's also such a freaking cool thing that there's this thing and you just actually forgot about it. Ah, man, I love this game.
Waves are beginning.
why does she care about the waves so much?
What is it with you and those waves?
What is it with waves and fishermen? We need to be out there with them, fishing, making a living. So I asked them to accommodate me. But until that happens, I can try to assist you the best I can. So, what will it be, officer?
I'm looking for someone, maybe you can help.
Let's see. Who are you looking for?
I'm looking for a suspect who might have stayed in this neighborhood.
Okay. When did this person stay here?
Very recently, over the past few days. She might have arrived on Friday.
Oh. I've been out on the sea for most of the past week. The weather's been good for fishing, so I usually start at 4 in the morning.
Really?
Yes, that's the optimal time. Got to make the most of the calm. I've been sleeping like a corpse after. The sea really takes its toll. Now I'm just waiting for the wind to settle to get out there again. Sorry I couldn't help you out. Maybe I can help you find someone else.
That's it, I'm not looking for anyone else right now.
Well, how can I assist you then, officer?
What do you do around here?
Like I said, fish mostly. Sail the waves, take care of the kids, pick nets. Right now I'm tarring a little skiff.
Is it enough to make a living?
Sometimes I also walk to the beach to see what the sea has given up. The sea is full of surprises.
Keep it professional, man. Don't make it sound like you're hitting on her.
Interesting, what have you found?
Wood, pieces of glass. Every once in a while we see dead bodies. Human, animal, fish, other odd sea creatures. A mine washed ashore once. Bottles, drugs also. Lost cargo in general. Most of the time it's just wood and glass.
All right. Major choice moment. You only get to ask one thing. It would be weird to say them all. Choose wisely.
A mine? The RCM could use a mine. Where is it?
Well, the RCM has to wait for another one because some army folks came by, took it in the middle of the bay and blew it up. The blast was surprisingly timid for such a huge spiky thing.
Spiky must have been a naval contact.
Okay, basing you.